It's mock draft time in the city. What's going on, Jerome's? Bucky Brooks put out his NFL mock draft 2.0. And I've said this before. I love Bucky Brooks. I love Daniel Jeremiah. Two guys are former scouts in the industry back in the day. Still have contacts with guys in scouting and front offices. And they know how teams think. And they usually have some inside info on what teams are going to do. So their mock drafts are usually a little bit off the beaten path, which is also great, by the way, because I love someone who puts in the work and then has a differing opinion from the consensus. Because if you look at the draft community online or draft Twitter, there is a lot of groupthink, and if you stray from that, sometimes you get shot down. It happens, right? But I love that Bucky. I love the DJ. I love the guys like Thor Nystrom are just like, here's what I think. Love it or leave it, man. Same thing with Jay Reed, our guy at NFL. Love it, man. So let's get after this thing because there are some very interesting picks that are, yeah. One, Jaguars, Evan Neal. I think this one is sort of set where you're not seeing many mock drafts anymore that still have Aiden Hutchinson at one, unless it's PFF. And PFF has a podcast with Aiden Hutchinson, so maybe that's a little bit of fluff, but I think protecting Trevor Lawrence is going to be priority one. Evan Neal, Ike Ekwonu, whatever you want to do, yes. Lions 2. Even though in our own mock draft, we gave them Kyle Hamilton versus Aiden Hutchinson. Oh, by the way, Kyle Hamilton in Bucky's draft. What? But Hutchinson, Detroit, yes, makes sense. Texans, again, Thibodeau in the building on the edge, rushing, where they have needs all over the place, maybe even offensive tackle if they part ways with Tunsil. But Thibodeau, he's got the potential to get after it. 4, Jets, yes, protecting your young quarterback, Sticky Ike Ekwonu coming in from NC State. Him and Mekhi Becton, a nice bookend tackles for long term. 5, now protecting Daniel Jones, even though they're not going to pick up his fifth-year option. They want to see if he has a chance to be the guy. So Charles Cross, physical freak coming out of Mississippi State. Andrew Thomas was a nice tackle this year, but Joe Shane is going to come in, revamp this offensive line. Maybe they trade Saquon Barkley too, which is fun. There you go. 6. So the Panthers open things up for quarterbacks. Kenny Pickett, QB1 off the board. Now, warm weather division. Also, the Panthers, a very temperate climate. So maybe that 8.5-inch double jointed hands isn't that big of an issue. But they're not going to roll with Sam Darnold. Could Kenny Pickett be the guy that saves Matt Rule's job? And also Scott Fritter, the GM? Who knows? 7, the Giants, second of their 2 first-round picks. So both trenches. Hammering. Joe Shane is going to go that route. David Ojabo coming off the board, edge rusher number 3 in this draft, where he is a little bit raw, but his pass rush ability, his ceiling is exponential. Giving him to Andre Patterson, it makes a ton of sense there. 8, so the Falcons, maybe they go quarterback here. I mean, they got to do something with Matt Ryan's contract. He's the only player in NFL history with a higher cap number than Kirk Cousins, but whatever. But Sauce Gardner opposite A.J. Terrell, that's 2 fantastic cornerbacks long term. 9, so if they don't trade for Aaron Rodgers, this could be a quarterback here. But Devin Lloyd, keeping him in the mountains, where Devin Lloyd is just a dude, man. Great leader for the Utah Utes, just a playmaking machine. Got the size, got the physical ability as well. Love it. 10. So the Jets, they're protecting Zach Wilson with their first pick. Now they're getting him a weapon. Garrett Wilson is the first wide receiver off the board in Bucky's draft, and he'll be able to do a ton of things underneath, as well as he's got some over-the-top speed as well. So I think Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore, baby, you got a stew going. 11, Washington. Now this could be quarterback, but it's not. Derek Stingley Jr. Going to Washington. They need some help in that secondary as well. 12, the Vikings. So George Karlaftis, the Greek freak, is the 4th edge rusher off the board, but he's got power, he's got size. He doesn't quite have the length or the bend that you necessarily want on the edge, but he's got that power, man. He can get after it. I think the Vikings moving to an odd front, plop him in at 5 tech, let him add some more size as well. I think that you love the heart, you love the hustle, you love the leadership. I think that he's a good get, even though. So the problem with the Vikings at 12 is there's going to be so much talent still on the board. So every single pick afterwards, basically you can make a case for the Vikings taking. Like Malik Willis is still there. Drake London for me is, Drake London, Treylon Burks for me is a close 1A, 1B in terms of wide receivers in this draft. Linderbaum is still there. McDuffie is still on board. But if the top 2 cornerbacks are off the board in Bucky's world, then Karlaftis does make sense here. 13, Yeah, the Browns need some help at wide receiver. OBJ is gone. Jarvis Landry could be gone. Drake London, whoever the quarterback is, needs a tall receiver. 14, Linderbaum going to the Ravens. Now, this is interesting because Linderbaum isn't really a scheme fit for what the Ravens want to do up front, but maybe they'll invest a little bit more outside zone. Who knows? 15. So somehow Kyle Hamilton makes it to the Eagles. And we talked about, if Kyle Hamilton makes it to 12, take him. Take him. Like, I don't care that Karlaftis is more at a position of need. Take the best player available, and the best player available will be Kyle Hamilton. Where, hey, play 3 safeties, play big nickel, play Bynum in the slot. Just have Kyle Hamilton out there. Play Harrison at linebacker. Again, do not care. 16, Eagles taking Olave, and then with the 3rd first-round pick, Jermaine Johnson. That's gross. That's gross. That's disgusting. 17, Chargers taking Trevor Penning from Northern Iowa. Put him opposite Rashawn Slater. Yes. 18, Matt Corral. I believe in Malik Willis over Matt Corral, but keeping Corral down in the South, New Orleans Saints have a chance to rebuild. They'll have to ride out some tough years when it comes to the salary cap, but then Corral could be that guy. 20. So picking up Malik Willis for the Steelers, I think this is a great get. I don't know if he's going to get to 20 as is, but he has a chance to be that dude. He's got the athleticism. He's got a great arm. He's got great instincts and leadership. I love that he's a little bit cocky as well. You want that in your quarterback. So I think if he makes it 20, it makes all the sense in the world. 21. So the Patriots probably going to lose J.C. Jackson free agency. Andrew Booth. I like Booth a lot, but McDuffie's my guy. But again, it's personal preference. 22, the Raiders, they definitely need a difference maker on the inside of that defense. Jordan Davis could be that guy. You got Crosby and Unique the freaking Ngakoue on the outside, round the outside, and Davis is going to be in the middle. Cardinals, yes, McDuffie, match made in heaven, man, where they need some help in that secondary. Murphy and Budda Baker getting it. Yes, 24. Cowboys. Connor Williams probably gone, and they still need some help on that offensive line. Kenyon Green is either 1A, 1B in terms of the best guards in this draft. I love Zion Johnson as well, 25. Bills, this is just a luxury pick, man. Jameson Williams, just sit for a while, and then Josh Allen's got that speed demon on the outside. 26, Tennessee Titans. Now, Titans have, in these mock drafts, they've usually gone linebacker. Nakobe Dean makes a ton of sense, but Jan Dotson, where A.J. Brown is a wide receiver 1. He's an absolute alpha. Julio is whatever, but Dotson could be that nice Batman to A.J.'s, Batman to A.J.'s Batman. 2 Batmans. Dos Batmans. 27, the Bucks. So a lot of mocks have the Bucks going offensive line because of the retirement of Ali Marpet or wide receiver. But McCreary here makes a lot of sense too because Carlton Davis is going to get paid. Carlton Davis is going to get stupid money. So McCreary coming in from Auburn, even though, again, Trent McDuffie, one time, 28. I hate this pick. Devontae Wyatt going to the stupid Packers. It's a problem. Him next to Kenny Clark, basically replacing Lancaster. Come on. 29. Dolphins finally land Nakobe Dean. He stops his draft day slide. I think that they're going to regret this, where you have this undersized but great leader, playmaking inside linebacker. I think Nakobe Dean could be the Dolphins' new Zach Thomas. 30, the Chiefs, Dax Hill, where they're going to have some problems on the back end. Honey Badger's probably going to go. Sorensen's long gone. They also could lose Ward and Mike Hughes in the secondary, but Dax Hill really helps shore things up on the back end. 31, whatever you want to do, take offensive line to... Could take Zion Johnson here, but Bernard Raymond, you're betting on the potential there. Play him at right tackle, maybe kick him inside, do whatever you want to do. And then finally 32, the Lions. I mean, maybe they go quarterback here, but Travon Walker can play all along the defensive line. He's going to be a problem for the NFC North for many years to come. So Lions, they come out with Hutchinson as well as Travon Walker, so they have some inside, outside. Also, they have a bunch of talent last year in the draft on the defensive line, so this is just gross, man. But the Vikings, it's very surprising that Kyle Hamilton fell this far. I would have absolutely taken him at 12 if he made it that far, but again, I have no issues with the Greek Freak. I love Karlaftis. I think that he would be a premium talent at a position of need, so it's a match made in heaven, but what are you going to do? Your thoughts on our thoughts. Take a look at Bucky Brooks's mock draft 2.0. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.